Hey, Terry, how are you? Um,
Good.
hey, JB talked recently about how he would like the offense to drift from quite so many scripted plays into more read and react kind of concepts. Somebody who's been around the NBA for a while, could you just talk about how that's different and what sort of entails to doing that well when you're being asked more to make reads as opposed to just follow a script?
Well, I think coach is just going off our personnel. That allows. I mean, the guys that we picked up this summer, due to the draft and free agency. Obviously, we're gonna put in plays as the season go on because obviously we're gonna need plays down the stretch, and we got mismatches that we might like, so we're gonna have plays for that. But I think he's trying to emphasize us not really worried about plays and us just playing and playmaking because we got a lot of guys that can do that and we got a lot of guys that can push the ball and stuff like that. So I think that's just the emphasis right now until we get that and until we keep playing as a team and keep the ball popping around. And then once we do that, I think we'll have sets, obviously, as the season go because we're going to need to run some.
And I didn't mean to overstate that. I just found it interesting when he was talking about how, you want to avoid predictability is one of the things he said. And that strikes me as something that you'd be real conscious of.
No, for sure, for sure. And it's already working for us because we're moving the ball super fast. And, obviously the pass is faster than the dribble. So, I think that's what we preaching. And I think we've been doing a good job of it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Terry, this is Richie of the BuzzBeat podcast. You guys are going to be playing on Saturday without fans. Some people made a big deal of the Orlando bubble and how the depth perception helped teams shoot better from the line and from the corners. I know you guys haven't played a game like this in this type of environment without the fans, but do you think shooting without fans could be more beneficial, or do you not notice the fans when you're shooting?
Uh, when you shooting, well, when I'm shooting, it should be just you in the rim. I feel like sometimes I feel like guys get caught up in other things, but obviously when you got the crowd out there, you at some point you notice them, whether if it's during a jump shot, whether it's running up and down the court. So us not having fans, that's just super different for us, and we haven't played in that environment yet. We will see how that is tomorrow, but I think that's just a totally different thing than what we used to, and we've been playing basketball all our lives. For us to not have no spectators is kind of it's kind of crazy. So we'll see how it work out for us tomorrow. But whether it's good or bad for us, this is what it is. We got to figure it out.
And the last question I have for you, regardless of the outcome on Saturday, what's one or two things that you can point to that need to happen on Saturday against the Raptors for you guys to consider it like a step in the right direction?
We know things ain't gonna be perfect. This is our first game. We just got together. This is a group that want to get better. So we'll just say playing with pace, that has to happen because that's something that we've been emphasizing. So that's just playing fast, moving the ball, and then obviously on defense, no paint, try to protect the paint. Some of the two emphasis that we looking for. Offense, push the pace, and on defense, protect the paint.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Let's go to Danny and then Nick Carboni.
Terry, Danny Thompson with the three-point conversion. Hope all is well. As you look into the first week of training camp, you've played on teams with this type of talent on the perimeter and these type of ball handlers. How's the adjustment been, or what have you learned or taken differently into this situation compared to other situations like this in the past?
This is just an interesting training camp because it's kind of shorter than the other ones. Obviously we had a weird time, but us just being together and us putting the work in together is just important to me because we got young guys that want to learn and want to get better. Guys that we got a bad taste in our mouth about last year, how it ended. But obviously we're moving forward, so you could tell that everybody got the right mindset coming into this training camp and they want to get better. So you just feel that. I can't really compare it to the other training camps because, like I said, this is real short and stuff like that. But I see a lot of good things, and I know a lot of guys want to get better, and that's the most important thing. If guys want to get better, is they become contagious, and we're gonna keep growing.
To piggyback off that, you have a humongous smile on your face right now. Does tomorrow seem like the first day of Christmas? Because you haven't played since March. Does it feel like
I didn't have a smile until you said something. Now I got a smile, but it's just crazy. We look to one another and we were like, we really plan tomorrow. We've waited so long, and then it's like it's finally here and it's happening like that. But for the basketball world, we finally happy that we came to came to something, we can get out there and play and compete. I think that's what we all want, to compete. Us players, this is what we've been doing all our life. So I think we all excited.
Thanks, Terry.
Yep.
For Nick Carboni.
Terry, going back to what Rick was talking about not having a lot of set plays at the beginning and maybe playing just kind of out of concepts and philosophy at the beginning. Once you guys do start to add more, will this period of time maybe make you a stronger team just on the floor together because you guys are, kind of just figuring things out without all the set plays at first?
Yeah, I think we all just figuring one another out. What one another like to do, what spots they like to be at, and when Coach said we got to read and react, that's part of our offense. We got a lot of guys that can do that. So it's just all piggyback on learning one another, and just growing with each other. Obviously, we're gonna have set plays. We're gonna put some plays in. I don't think no team has ever went the whole season without a play. Maybe Houston, maybe not, but we're going to put some plays in. But I think, like I said, our emphasis right now is just learning one another, and we got a lot of guys that can play make for themselves or for others. So I think it's going to work out. What we don't want to do is be in each other's way, and we want to just give space. We keep trying to preach space and just playing and having fun.
Let's wrap up with Sam and then Rod.
Hey, Terry, hope you're doing well. You guys are 7-8 days into camp. I was just wondering if you've got a favorite moment from camp so far, or just kind of a series of moments that have really stuck out about the first week. Doesn't have to necessarily be basketball related.
Just how happy Melo is. I never really seen how happy a rookie is. I've never seen a rookie as happy as him. And he's young, but he keeps getting better every day. So is the other rookies. He wants to learn, and he's just a great guy to have around. He lights up the locker room, lights up the treatment room. He's still young, but he got the jokes and everything. So I think that's the highlight for me, just seeing him grow as these days go on.
You think the happiness is just stemmed from being around? I mean, he hasn't played a game in over a year. It's just from being around basketball, being around you guys.
Yeah, I think he's just happy, but it's contagious. When guys see that, I mean, it's just great. It's just great to rub off on the next guy.
Thank you.
All right, last question for Rod.
Hey, Terry, Rod Boone here, man. Just wondering, you obviously had Gordon as a teammate in Boston. Just wondering, what has he brought to the team so far for you guys? And what do you think he'll bring when the season actually comes? Because Coach says so far he's actually been a calming influence for you guys so far on the court out there. What's he brought to the team so far, would you say?
That's exactly what he's done. Been a common influence. He's a guy that's a winner. He knows how to win. He knows what it takes to win. So that attitude right there, him coming in, he got the respect from every guy with a jersey on his team. So just him using his voice, him leading by example, which he's been doing, is just great for us. So I think we all happy to have him, and it's just another winner that we added to this roster.